gravel by California here in Malibu, which you should never call the Boo. Today we're gonna go up Puerco Canyon, which I've never ridden. I know it's miserable, probably as miserable as Zuma Ridge, which we've ridden. Big nods. From there, this is great. Ride with just one person. We don't have any plans. We can go Bulldog, Coral Canyon. There's a road called Baller, which sounds pretty cool. I know. Or Backbone. But we're just gonna see how this takes us, how wrecked we're gonna be. I know it's at least 4 miles. It says 8%, but I know there's some double digits along the way. So let's roll. We started at the bottom of Puerco Canyon, hidden off a PCH between Coral Canyon and Las Virgenes. It's only about a half mile of pavement. Amid a number of parked cars, you assume hikers will return to right before you hit dirt. From there, make sure your boots are laced, because I wasn't far off in guessing that the first major climb is a leg burner, covering 3¼ miles at 9%. The first mile is a stable diet of elevation gain as you dart away from the ocean, followed by a steady array of switchbacks that serves as a confidence builder. So already over 600 feet of climbing, less than 1.5 miles. Let's game on quickly. Ugh. We got a tip from a hiker to make a left at the pole with the red flag on it. The staying en route is mostly intuitive up here. Just off this turn, we stopped into this abandoned home, which might not have much in terms of decor or square footage, but I'm sure they enjoyed this $1 million view at some point. Getting back onto dirt means getting back to business, as you've got a 1/3 of a mile stretch of 15% poundage. Let the games begin. From here, you have a diversity of ridge riding, which has some dips, but mainly grindage as you'd expect. There's not a lot of man-made elements up here to look at, but you do wish you had eyes in the back of your head for views of the ocean. At Mesa Peak, you finish the climbing portion of Puerco Canyon, as you'll soon merge left onto the combined Backbone Trail and Mesa Peak Motorway. We may be near the top. We're at almost 5 miles, 2,100 feet of climbing plus. 2,100 feet! From where, we still haven't decided where to go, but there's plenty of hikers, so it still looks like there's some friendly terrain ahead. I won't ask, I'm too lazy. One more dip before reaching the top of this ridge, but what a beauty of a spot. Seeing the resiliency of these trees with fresh green leaves after surviving the Woolsey fire is a true testament how nature puts up a fight. As you near Coral Canyon, the mountains become more exposed as you get a broader view of the work the San Andreas Fault has done. All the hikers you see now are sending you a signal that you're about to come up on a photo op. Right by the closed-off Jim Morrison cave, you'll see plenty of people climbing these big rocks, while the smaller ones forming this labyrinth will be serving up the grams. We stayed on the fire road as the backbone trail is rocky from this point. But that doesn't mean you're done with obstacles.
No, I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna make it!
So far, big smile on Vic's face.
It's spectacular.
Yes.
It's
Puerco
amazing.
lives up to expectations.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Sam? What's wrong with Sam?
Yeah, I don't know if I've thrown this in there. Sam said this was not the road to take, but this has already been enough of a ride. It could all suck from here, and we've had a great day, right?
No, it's awesome. Totally
Okay.
worth it. It's unbelievable.
Okay, we're going to try and go down Bulldog. I've only gone up it, running and biking. I know it's miserable that way. See how this goes. Can't be worse.
Can't be bad.
All right. We continued west up the Castro Peak motorway with a short but punchy climb that you'll put up with before flipping over the ridge where you get a more open view towards Piuma. I mean, this is really cool. It's like Easter Island of the Pacific. Wait, is Easter Island in the Pacific Ocean, or is it? Yeah, it's in the Pacific. At the bend, you hit Bulldog Motorway, which is your only option as Castro Peak is restricted ahead. That means brace yourself for some brake gripping downhill. The next 2 miles are just on the fringe for dropping your seat post. And keep your eyes out for hikers and mountain bikers coming up.
Howdy.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good morning if it's still morning. We took a shortcut to Lake Malibu, staying on the motorway instead of dropping into the MASH site. This little residential community, formed back in 1922, has its charms. But don't get too intimate with the bees.
Yeah.
Looks like the poor guy exited the stinger to Vic's head.
Where is it?
Right here. Hope it was worth it. We merged onto Mulholland to head west into Cornell to stop off at the old place for some dependable water. Continuing on, we were not far away from the rock store, the motorcycle leaning hangout, which is also locally known for the name of the climb we were about to hit. Still closed for now to motorized traffic due to the Woolsey fire, this is one of the most iconic climbs in the Santa Monica Mountains, which was prominently featured in the 2014 Tour of California. For us mere mortals, Rock Store is a 2.5 mile climb, averaging 7%, twisting its way up Mulholland with a blend of uneven pitches, always keeping you on your toes. The scenery is definitely stark by contrast in the summer, but still has some of the best views in the area. After peaking, Mulholland soon intersects with the more modern Canaan Road, where we would head south briefly before hitting one of my other favorite roads. Even though we were riding it in reverse, Latigo I call the most essential road climb in the Santa Monica Mountains, which you can learn more about on my other channel, Bike Angeles. From this direction, there's actually a 1-mile climb to start, but most of it is 9 miles of downhill once you hit the peak. We're about to hit the 20-mile mark, and we're at 4,300 feet of climbing. And that's with the Garmin that's probably not on top of it. Latigo is amazing whether you go up or down. It's the narrow and windy nature of Latigo that makes you think you're racing the Giro, zipping your way down. Staying focused as the road undulates is paramount, as you miss out on some of the views, but at least you'll have a lot of fun doing it. Getting onto PCH takes a little patience crossing, especially with weekend traffic. You'll appreciate the ocean breeze as a way to cool off on the last couple of miles. I won't blame you for taking a dip into the sand, but we had one short incline left, where I won't lie, it's nice to see that gravel bikes can still mash, just like road bikes. Well, we were out here for about 4.5 hours, probably because we just were so busy taking pictures. I mean, we didn't even hit 30 miles, but Puerco plus Rock Store plus Latigo, this was a complete ride. What's funny is here in Los Angeles, the San Gabriel say to me, we're the Sierras. But the Santa Monica Mountains, with its ridges, its formation from the San Andreas Fault, this is Southern California to me. Anyways, please subscribe. I'll post the route below. More videos coming all across California. We're getting there. Anyways, see you out there.